Okay, this is outside tour, January 1st, year 2022. Happy New Year. So I just wanted to show you the outside progress. We're having like an unseasonably warm day. It's like 6 centigrade. I think that's like probably 40, 45 degrees or something. It feels like 50s in Fahrenheit. But whatever it is, it feels pretty warm. I didn't even wear my winter jacket. So we still have this space for rent. Someone said it was going to be some kind of kindergarten. We'll be here like a preschool. I think we already have one of those, but I think that could be a different level. I don't know. This is a hair salon. I went here. 300 grivnas for the haircut. Usually it's 100 in town, but I believe in supporting the local business, so I'll pay the extra. I mean, this is a nice place. The places I usually go to in town are just very simple barber shops, the hole in the wall type. So it is kind of nice. You get a shampoo there and everything, and they do a pretty good job. This is a flower shop, Amber, and I think they sell coffee. They were talking about it. This is for rent, 100 square meters. We really need a gym here, but I don't know if these are big enough for a proper gym. We could probably have like a small weight room kind of gym, with a treadmill and some lifting weights, but no classes. It could be a no frills gym, but I think even that's a bit small. I'll get to the other buildings soon. This is a coffee shop called Leopold, and they actually sell vegan sugar-free chocolate. I went sugar-free. I'm 85% vegan. Out of 21 meals, only 3 of them per week are meat or eggs, and then the rest are strictly vegan type of things. And this is like some government daycare or something. I see a lot of kids here. There's a lot of kids in this building too, so someone said this was like some government type of thing going on. So all right, adjacent to us is some house that they've been tearing down for the past year. I don't know what the story is on it, but based on the success of the sales of these apartments, I imagine somebody bought that and they're tearing it down gradually, and when they have the money, they will build apartment buildings. So yeah. Now this is interesting, having metal steps up here. That's I'm not sure what the deal is with that. We don't have them on our. This is the first building, mine. I just live right here, so yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is with that. So yeah, and then that's the supermarket, Blazenko, from before. That was the first business to open up here. This is the entry to the garage. And what I want to do is take you over to these buildings here, because I think they're just starting to come online as well. So yeah, this is a garage. But I was quite surprised how fast they've rented out the buildings. And then I'll loop back around the front of this building, because we got a few more shops there. We have a Ukrainian post office. We have a beauty studio, cosmetics shop, which I'll show you on the other side, when I get over there. So now these are buildings 4 and 5. They're coming online. And this playground, I see they're slowly doing something. There's some people working very slowly every day here. But yeah, so these buildings are coming online. I think last videos we already walked through this side, so I'll just walk through the new buildings and go up front and show you the new shops. They don't have any commercial properties in this building. It's all apartments from first all the way up to the top. And I believe these two are also don't have any commercial premise. They're strictly residential. We have a lot of buildings being constructed in the background. I think that's the Tiffany project over there. That was a interesting project that was running ads. I think it's perhaps sold out. Some of the projects don't sell at all and they're stalled, and then some sell out in a day. So it really depends on builder reputation, marketing. I feel like there's a glut starting to form of new apartments. I think, but I could be wrong. There's a lot of migration from eastern Ukraine to western Ukraine. that could be eating up all the apartments. But definitely in one bedroom, small one bedroom apartments, there's definitely a glut. You see a lot of those for sale. So if you buy an apartment, always buy like 2 bedrooms or more, because they're easier to sell. You have to always begin with the end in mind that you're going to sell these off one day. You always want to keep increasing your square meters every 5 years. Sell what you have and go to a bigger apartment. Live better. I mean, that's at least my goal. If you want to live in it forever, that's great. Pay it off. If you borrowed money from abroad and just enjoy the cash flow. But you'll have to bear in mind that some of these buildings are better managed than the others. We had a lot of discussions, with the building management, the people we elect. It's called OSBB. It's like a company that's formed to maintain the premise. And a lot of the neighbors just want to have like a minimum monthly payment. They're not thinking about, maintaining the landscaping and all of this. And so they might save. It costs 7 hryvnia per square meter. So 27 hryvnia is $1. So it's like 25 cents per square meter to pay the maintenance, a quarter of $1. So I pay 400 hryvnia, so per month to maintain a 70 square meters apartment. Maybe my math is a bit wrong, but it's inconsequential. 7 hryvnia per square meter. It's less than $1. 7. It's about a $0.25. So I pay 400, I think, for the management fee. 6 times 72. So about 400. 420. So that's not even $20. It's like $15 a month for collective management. Even if you're making the worst salary in Ukraine, that's not very much money. That's just to do collective maintenance. But people are screaming about going from 6 hryvnia and they want to get down to 5 or 4 hryvnia. But they're not thinking about, having a nice looking outside. If you have a nice apartment inside, but everything looks like crap on outside, and a prospective buyer pulls up on your building and everything looks like garbage, then it's going to lower your property value. They might move on and go elsewhere. So it looks like they're going to have more playground here like we have on the other side over there. And if you look at a previous video, I walked through that. They've taken down all the fences here. You got more parking there. So that's unfortunately a lot of the people here think like that. And if you buy an apartment in Ukraine and get involved in the apartment community, I'm trying to. I have a language barrier issue. It's pretty tough to use the Google Translate, but I make my opinions heard. We all want the best. We want the best for our property value, which is a good appearance. I personally don't see the $15 a month that I put into this as consequential. In Norway, it's quite common to pay $400 a month for a community fee. And in America, I have a small condo, really small, and it's $200 a month. And, I'm not a billionaire or anything that can throw money away, but you got to understand the collective concept that we need money for the roof in 5 years to, repair that, keep everything cleaned up and picked up, have, workers come out here, shovel the snow. So, it's a bit tough here in Ukraine with people. Many people here can be very short-sighted, not thinking about the, that every dollar spent on the exterior raises their property value by $2. Because that's as much as a factor consideration when people buy an apartment, is what it looks like on the outside as it does on the inside. Probably even more so, because that's kind of the marketing. So now here we are. This is the Blazenko Supermarket. And then this is another one called Jusenko or I don't know. It's the same company, but they just sell house cleaning products, shampoos, just cosmetics. And then it looks like the dentist office that was supposed to open in September is still coming along. It's coming along nicely. It looks like there's about 2-3 months, maybe I would say 2 months left, of work. I imagine they got to finish off the electrical, get their dentist chairs in there, all their specialty equipment, and set up. So I would say these people are about, based on the looks of this, if they work diligently, if they really work diligently, they look like they could close this up in 2 weeks. You know, if they are working, it depends though, but there's bottlenecks with supply chain, getting materials and everything in here, and I imagine they have a lot of specialized equipment being a dentist office. So I would put 2 months on that. This is Profi Cosmetics. They were across the street right over there for the longest time. I think you can even see, I can't zoom in, but you can see, I can see like the old sign. So yeah, it was, they moved over here. I imagine this is a much more well-lit and modern location. Looks very nice, very expensive. And then this is the Ukrainian post office. The Nova Poshta is just down the street. And then this is the plumbing supply shop. They haven't gotten a proper sign yet. I think they probably will fix that one day. And then this is a Revive, and it's even in English, an aesthetic medicine clinic. I imagine this is like lip injections, and I don't think it's plastic surgery. I just think it's probably a high-end cosmetics place. Now another big problem is the garbage situation. Now I've talked to the Avalon management, and they said that this parking lot is owned by the Avalon company, and they would take care of this by building a shed, you know, to lock up this garbage so it doesn't look like this and it gets regularly taken care of. But I think we need to press Avalon, you know, or we need to get it done ourselves and ask them for reimbursement, because we can't have it looking like this. It's such a nice building, and then this you know, looks third world. You know, and this has been here for a long time, so I've been raising concerns. I would do it myself, but I'm not strong enough. This is all like metal, like very good metal actually, very recyclable, you know, iron bar, you know. I forgot what they call this, but yeah, it's just the square iron bars that they use to make anything. You know, you just weld it. So this was the Avalon sales office. It's become a doors and window shop. And supposedly there's a gym. There's 2 gyms over here. This is the Viking Plaza. It's going to be an IT office park there and some high-end apartments right next to an old Soviet factory. And yeah, so I think this area has got a lot of promise. I think it's a matter of time before some billionaire buys out this building here and tears it down and builds something nice. But that's probably a decade away, but it's heading in that direction. Or if anything, they could rehab that into like some lofts. I think there's the bones of that building are pretty good. It probably doesn't require a complete tear down. It could probably just be, you know, rehabbed into like they did in New York City or in Chicago and made some lofts. And maybe this factory too could be made into some office, like IT kind of office. I've seen in Holland, they used to take old factories and they would hollow them out and make offices with like very high ceilings with IT companies. And behind there is an R-Room project. My first apartment here in Ukraine was an R-Room. They're very good. R-Room, the owner of the company was living in the first project I was in, and he takes really good care of the place, you know. So they just repainted the exterior there just after only being like 3 or 4 years old. So I hope we get that here too, that there's some consensus to keep everything looking new, you know. So but yeah, so that's all I have. I think I'll do another video in about 2 months, maybe in the spring. I think when I can show you more progress. The inside is all done. I don't think we'll have any more inside videos until maybe I get some specialized furniture done and I can make a small video about that. But outside, yeah, I'll definitely keep posting until these are all done. You know, so interesting. It's all moving along. Don't let this weather fool you. It was like this last year. We had a big melt and it was warm, and then all of a sudden this giant snow dump came and we were like buried in almost 1 meter of snow. So enjoy this day. If you're in Lviv, Ukraine, get out there and enjoy it, because this is not going to last. Actually, February and March, I think I've seen the most snow ever in those 2 months. And then all of a sudden in April, it just melts, you know, so it comes suddenly and goes suddenly. So yeah, so we're moving along. I think we only have 2 empty spaces, and maybe one, because that one I heard was spoken for already. So I think we're doing good. We're doing really good. Thank you, and enjoy your New Year's.